Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Harshith Varma. So today we can learn about this n8n. So what is n8n and all? So before that, we have to understand first that in today's world, automation is not just a luxury; it is a necessity. But setting up automation can often feels overwhelming or too technical. So that's where n8n comes in because it is completely low code and there is no need to learn any high coding languages, and also they can easily be set up using drag and drop options. So using these drag and drop options only, we can create a different AI agents or agentic AI systems using this n8n and work together. So n8n is a fair code licensed workflow automation tool that allows you to connect various apps, services, and custom logic without any coding. That means this n8n is a licensed workflow automation, fair code licensed workflow automation tool that can give us the access to connect or speak with the different external tools like Google Sheets or else calendar or else my email. So these are all tools, right? So n8n uses a workflow. That means we can create some workflows in n8n. Using that, we can access all the tools and we can connect to various apps and services without any heavy coding. So it can empower the individuals and teams to design and automate and scale process easily. So let me explain it to you in a more detailed way. So first, let us start with workflows. So often we will listen that this person has created this workflow and this workflow is used to place humans like that we will hear, right? So what is a workflow in n8n? So it can be like a digital recipe. So for example, if we want to make any recipe means in the kitchen, so there will be different ingredients that require, right? So ingredients like onion. So for example, to make sambar, so we require onions, dal, water, oil, and etc. So many other things. All these will be combined, called as a recipe. So in n8n, the recipe is nothing but the workflow because this workflow will contain all the rules and the definitions to cook any particular. That means cook means to execute any particular tasks in n8n. We require some set of workflow. That means this workflow is nothing but it contains all the rules, definitions, and all other related items which can be used to cook. That means executing a flow or executing a task in n8n. So this workflow is nothing but a recipe in n8n. And then what are the ingredients for it? So nodes. So these nodes can be called as ingredients for the workflow because these nodes can be used to perform actions. So we told you, right? So all the ingredients are to make a sambar. So to make sambar, we require all the ingredients. So these ingredients are nothing but these nodes. So what are all the nodes of which were available? So for example, Gmail node that can send an email to a particular person. Slack node. So what this Slack node can do? It can post a message to Slack. And API node, which can extract data from any API. Google Drive node, and the different nodes were available in n8n. So by combining all these nodes, we can make a workflow. Not all the nodes can be used in a single flow, but what we can do is that we can use certain nodes. We can use certain nodes out of all the available nodes in n8n and create a workflow. So that means we're using all these nodes to create a particular workflow and execution. So once we used all the nodes and we cooked something, that means have made some recipe. That means the workflow. So after creating a workflow, we can execute that particular workflow. How that particular workflow can be executed? So I told you about nodes, right? There will be different nodes, and some nodes can trigger events. So those were called as trigger nodes. So what these particular nodes will do is that it will activate our execution whenever a particular trigger has been occurred. That can be time based trigger or else any action based or else any other thing. So whenever this particular trigger, and even we can activate the flow by manually starting also, that means by clicking the start button, and also we can even activate the flow by activating certain triggers. So whenever a particular node, that is trigger node or manual start node, has been clicked or activated, then our workflow will start implementing. That means our recipe will start to work. So this recipe will be at making only because of the notes. That means ingredients which we have already given in that particular workflow. And, and it will use all the ingredients. That is nothing but the notes which we have already given. And it will finally cook us a real recipe. That means a real food. So this food is nothing but executions. That means execution is nothing but cooking in real time in n8n language. So this is how this particular n8n workflow will work. So first we will create a workflow, which is nothing but defining a recipe. And then we will give the ingredients. That is nothing but to make the workflow work, we need to give some kind of notes. So we will give all these ingredients whichever were required to the workflow. And then whenever that particular trigger node or manual start node has been occurred, then actual cooking of the process will be started. That is nothing but execution in n8n. So why do we choose n8n rather than any other tools available in the market? So first one is that it is no code or else it is something like low code. That means only using drag and drop interface we can do that. But using the drag and drop only we can do that. But it is most powerful enough for developers who will develop automation things and extensible also. It is extensible also. Like it can create custom functions and integrations to fit unique needs, and also it can be self-hosted or cloud. So usually these automation flows or anything or any other high agent tools were costly, which are non-coding. But anything has an option of either choosing the cloud version, which will cost you around 2000 rupees per month, which is a starter plan, and there will also be self-hosted. So using this as self-hosted, we can run n8n on our local system only without paying a single rupee. That means for absolutely 0 rupees. So if you want to know how we can use n8n for absolutely free, I have already made a video on how to use n8n for free. So I will give the link in description also. You can watch it there, or I can place it in cards here also. You can watch from that video also. So this is about the self-hosted or cloud. So using self-hosting, we can absolutely use this service for 0 rupees. And it is also privacy focused. That means our data stays where we want it, ensuring maximum security and compliance. So there were different real world automation examples also. So for example, using n8n, we can create automating lead capture, or else even we can make a social media monitoring workflow. So yeah, this is all about within automation or n8n workflow. So to make it easily, so to start it, you can start simply by creating small agents. Means starting, you have to pick like a little small triggers and combine a few nodes and test. Start simply by doing that and add some more ingredients to make it more expandable by adding more nodes as needed, and cook and repeat. That means once you made a workflow, you execute the workflow and refine them on the outputs and make it more useful. So yeah, this is all about n8n. I can meet in future videos to discuss the real world examples of these n8n automation flows by creating our own. Thank you. and let's meet in the next video.